Hey, this is Todd. Boy, do I got a story for you. I contacted Savage Geese because I woke up in the middle of the night. I don't know if it was from the cocaine or the alcohol or nicotine. No idea, but I had to get this off my chest and contact him right away. So, this story made me realize that the 7 stages of grief follow you throughout all your life in any type of loss. So here's the story. Are you ready for this? So I was working at an independent shop. It was probably 1999, maybe 2000. And this beautiful red Cavalier, boy, it was beautiful. 96 maybe? Say 96. One of GM's finest vehicles. Comes into the shop, guy gets out, totally normal guy, just like you or me. Says, hey, my car's making a little noise. Could you look at it? We say, yeah, no problem. Leave it here and we'll get around to it. Okay, he walks home down the street. We pull it in a couple hours later, and it's the loudest knocking car I've ever heard in my life. I mean, diesels are quieter than this thing. Knocking away, knock, 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 knock. We pull it in, say, fuck this, pull it out. Call up the guy, say, hey man, it needs an engine. And that's where the first, number 1 on the list, shock. So he calls and says, I'm gonna come down there and I gotta check this out for myself because there's no way that this thing needs an engine. And that's step number 2, denial. So we pull the car in the shop, lift the hood, he's inside the shop looking at this. We start it up, rev it up, and it's the worst noise he's probably ever heard in his life. I don't know why he didn't hear it before. And he just looks at that thing with rage and anger, and you fucking God, he gives it the mafia heel right to the fender. And my boss, this was commonplace to him, I guess, so he's just like, sir, are you okay? And I'm standing back a little bit because I don't know what this guy's gonna do next. And that's number 3, anger. The manager calmly says to him, hey, why don't we go in the office and talk about your options? But he was just frazzled and just scatterbrained. What if we change the oil to a thicker oil? How about you just fix the part that's broken? Can we do something else? And that's the fourth thing, and that's bargaining. That's what he was doing. He was trying to bargain. So I went back to working on whatever GM piece of crap was leaking oil or broken. And they were in that office for a while. And at some point he left and the guy handed him a Kleenex, which I couldn't stop laughing. But as he walked away back towards his house, his head was hung low and it was just sad. It was very sad. And that's number 5 on this list, depression. So it was the weekend. I was having a great time partying with Puerto Rican prostitutes. And I just kept thinking of this guy. I'm like, man, must be so depressed and having a horrible time. But I don't know, maybe I was on my 4th line of GHB and it hit me. He's probably thinking about what his options are. Should I get a scooter? Should I buy a bike? Should I fix this thing? He's got all the options in the world. And I think that was the 6th step, and that's testing. What are your options? That's the testing your options. Monday rolls around, walking into work, manager's like, we need to talk. I'm like, it's my motherfucking business if I keep a dead cat in my locker. That's on me. He's like, no. The guy with the Cavalier, he called. I'm like, we're scrapping it. He's like, no, we're putting an engine in it. I'm like, he wants the methanol injected one, right? And he's like, no. We're going to the junkyard and we're gonna get the cheapest, highest mileage one we can find. Put it in. Give it to the guy, he drives away. We see him every once in a while driving in the neighborhood, and we give him a free oil change, the first one. He comes in, and he's just smiling. Hey, how's it going, guys? What's going on? Hey, how's that car running? Oh, it's running beautiful, man. I wanted to say, I'm really sorry for acting kind of crazy, but I was going through some weird shit, and everything's okay now. We're like, that's great, man. And that's number 7, that's acceptance. He accepted his fate, and he took it like a man. This Savage Geese, I hate him. I'm gonna show you how to get back at him on Yelp and all that other stuff.
Fuck.